Today we meet Fatma Riyami, the Managing Director of Natureripe in Tanzania. In the 1990s, she started growing quality mangoes as a hobby. Now she's heading a company with almost 40 employees and has taken the lead in Tanzania's fruit export.
So we started with quality mangoes, growing as a hobby until 2000, when the mangoes production was big. We thought, then let's export. So we had to form a company, Natureripe, with 5 family members. We formed the company because you can't export without a company. So we started exporting into the Middle East and Oman, the mangoes.
Here at the headquarters of Natureripe Kilimanjaro in Dar es Salaam, the company recently started roasting cashew nuts. This is to guarantee an income throughout the year.
The mango season starts from November to January. But in these other months, what do we do? So we thought of roasting cashew nuts. So we are in cashew nut roasting. We are roasting cashew nuts. We are roasting peanuts. We have cashew nut bars. So we want throughout the year to have the income throughout the year. So, or we send all these products to the supermarkets. Natureripe is there, and they know what quality Natureripe gives. So if we send our fruits, they want another fruit. So it's also the market that made us go into other crops.
A few times a week, Fatma Riyami travels to the farm some 40 kilometers out of town. She keeps a close eye on what's going on at the farm and knows everything about growing mangoes.
Tree could contain from 300 to 2,000 mangoes in one tree. Yeah, but we have been having here up to 800 mangoes in one plant. It's a good project. Yeah. Like last year, we harvested 40 tons of mangoes on this farm on about 2,000 plants. Yeah, we got 40 tons. Yeah.
Through the years, Fatma has become an expert on growing mangoes. But as Tanzania does not have a history of growing export quality mangoes, she's had to get a lot of her knowledge from outside the country.
It's a crop that we started, and it's a new crop or new plantation or new idea that has started in Tanzania. We're the first one. So we continue with mango as pioneers of mango growing. We paint it white because when we haven't cut the trees, it's dark. But if you cut the tree, then more light comes in. And then if the light comes in without painting, the bark will be destroyed by the sun and it will break off. So it will destroy the inside part of the tree. So you paint it white so that the sun is reflected out. That's why we paint it. We read a lot. We read a lot in the internet, in the books, to know what others are doing. And also, I've went to places like Philippines. I've gone there to see how they're growing mangoes. They're big exporters of mangoes. I went to Malaysia. So we go visiting to different places and also reading in the internet and books to see what others are doing. This is the biological control for the fruit flies, where there's a substance which we put here. This is a cotton wool, where there is a substance which has been dipped. The cotton wool has been dipped in that substance. When the fruit flies come through the window, they touch this and then they die. So we keep it upside down so that we can count how many fruit flies have been trapped in this. So we have a count every month on how many fruit flies. So this is a biological control. We get it from the Ministry of Agriculture. They are the ones who imported it, and we are buying it from them at very cheap. Where we don't want to use the insecticides which will kill all the other flies which are needed or other pests. So this is specifically for the fruit flies, so that's what we're using. Because the other pests were good for the plants, so we don't want to kill all of them.
To export the mangoes, Natureripe has to be registered as a company. Otherwise, exporting fruit is not permitted. The other challenge is to have enough quantity.
The challenge is the quality, and then also the freight. which at the moment, if we want to export the mangoes, we have to air freight it. The freights are very expensive. Unless we have the good quantity, then we can sea freight. So those are the big challenges to export.
That is why the company is now training other farmers to grow and sell high-quality mangoes.
No, it's not creating competition because we don't have enough mangoes to export and to sell in the local market. Because last year, one of the factories bought all the local mangoes. So the export quality mangoes, we sold them in Tanzania, in Dar es Salaam only, with the premium price.
Apart from roasting cashew nuts, Natureripe is also diversifying in terms of fruit crops. To get maximum profit out of the farmland, the company started growing bananas, watermelons and other fruits.
We have banana plantation here, a few bananas that we have started to grow on trial basis, and we have about 4 varieties of bananas for the table. That's what we are doing. We are utilizing the land which we can't use for the mango, because you can see we have mango plants in between. So the land is, when the mango plants are small, the land can be used, so it's not a risk.
Natureripe started as a hobby. Through professionalizing, upscaling and diversifying, it is now the main exporter of mangoes in Tanzania.
It's very satisfying when you feel that you have started here and have gone there, and it's a challenge because it takes more of your time. But it's very satisfying to know that I'm starting this and I'm employing more people, I'm sensitizing more people. Like the mangoes, now we have many growers of mangoes. Mangoes have become now a national crop. So I'm happy.